Hi, it's Jasmine Chanel bringing you another YouTube video. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell for notifications on future videos. I will be dropping a new video every week, sometimes twice a week, on just travel, lifestyle, and just the daily with Jasmine Chanel. So this year has been crazy for everyone. 2020 has gone by so fast, which is crazy because everything has been shut down, things have been canceled. Nonetheless, the year has gone by extremely fast, and there's been many changes in how the world functions. What an epic time to be alive. If you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, then you know that last year I went to Europe alone. I booked a trip and I spent 49 days just exploring, traveling. All that content is on my YouTube channel. I'm calling this video a Flashback Friday. It is Friday, so I thought it would be cool to reminisce on life before COVID. In this one video, you will experience a variety of major attractions found in Madrid, Spain. This specific day is my 28th birthday, where I spent it solo in Madrid. This video was shot before COVID, but all of these attractions will still be there, and by the end of this video you'll see life before COVID, and you'll have something to look forward to if you're planning a trip to Spain. I'm going to tell you how to make the most of your solo trip abroad. So let's start. First, have a plan. You don't have to stick to the plan, but just have an idea of what you want to see. I had a layout. I listed out the day before of what I wanted to see. I knew that I wanted to spend it alone, and I wanted to see a lot of attractions in one day. Specifically, the Cathedral, Cathedral de la Almudena, Plaza Mayor, the Royal Palace of Madrid, Temple of Debod. You'll see all of those locations. In this video, I want you to be able to hear the sounds and languages of Madrid, so I'll try not to talk so much. I'll be back to share some safety tips that I practiced during my trip. I think Spain is beautiful because of its historic buildings, the architecture that you see when you're walking through the city, the constant busyness of people constantly on the go, kind of just enjoying life with each other. Some major factors to a successful trip were just having semi-plans, being aware of your surroundings. This saved me from a lot of bad situations. I always recommend now moving forward, if you're traveling alone and you're going out to dinner, you're grabbing a bite to eat. Spain is very popular for outdoor seating and outdoor eating. Make sure you don't have any other chairs where someone can just easily sit and try to have a conversation with you. That happened to me, and they were not so good people, and the waitresses luckily spoke English. What kind of led me on to this being a bad situation at the time, because I was sitting down eating my dinner. There was 2 empty chairs. 2 guys sat at my table and me trying to be optimistic, but still very uncomfortable. The server came and gave them a menu, and when she handed it to them, they kind of like shoot her off, and she kind of gave them a bad look. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what the exchange was, but by body language, I knew that it was some sort of mean exchange. And what led me off that this was a bad situation was everyone at the restaurant was literally staring at me. And this let me know that this is not a comfortable or safe situation. And eventually one guy was acting like a translator, and the other guy was like, hey, can we use your phone? Blase, blase. I was like, no. As soon as I saw the whole restaurant pretty much staring at me, I was like, no. And literally in 2 seconds, they were gone. The server came back and was like, do you know those guys? And I was like, no. I explained the situation, and she was like, don't talk to people you don't know. And from that time on, I didn't sit at a restaurant by myself with empty chairs that was easily accessible for someone just to sit down and have a conversation with me. But the key that like led me to know that this was not a good situation was, you know, being aware of my surroundings and seeing that everyone was looking at my table as entertainment. Like when I tell you that everyone was staring, I was like, oh, no, y'all got to go, you know. So be aware of your surroundings. Also, I kept a fanny pack. I was able to have my fanny pack in front of me on my chest. I could go in it, open it, you know, have conversations, have my hands to move around. And with that being said, you know, be aware of your surroundings, but don't be closed-minded to having new conversations. You learn so much by having conversations and talking to people, finding out what's going on, and, you know, that town or city that you're staying in is going on. They know what's good, they know what's bad, and they will tip you off just by body language. Promise you. Like, I literally went to Europe for 49 days by myself, and when I tell you that body language and being aware of your surroundings is key to a successful trip, boy, that could be a whole video in itself.
Go towards the streets, because, you know, there's like tables.
Google Maps saved me. Disclaimer, the night before this day that you see here, I didn't have a phone. So that is for, again, another video, but I didn't have my phone. And literally the area that I was staying in Airbnbs in the little town that I was staying with. I felt like I was in an episode of Grand Theft Auto. Everything looked the same. There was graffiti everywhere. The buildings, I couldn't tell my left from right because it all looked the same. But Google Maps, because I was so aware of my surroundings and how to navigate the train system, without a phone, I was able to find my location. And boy, when I tell you I shouldn't have been able to do that for so many other side circumstances that we won't highlight in this video. Know your surroundings, get familiar with Google Maps, and being able to navigate without Google Maps. You know, people are watching you whether you believe it or not, and being a tourist alone, you stand out. So if you're constantly looking at your phone and looking for directions, you're bringing attention to yourself that I'm alone. So I would definitely recommend having an idea of what trains you're going to be looking for, what stops you're looking for, and kind of being like 3 to 5 steps ahead so that you don't have to constantly look down on your phone and travel like this. Because again, people know that you're alone when you're constantly looking at your phone for Google Maps. So paying attention is key. Again, paying attention is key. Never let your guard down. This is so important. I met some good people on my trip, but every time I did put my guard down, I found myself in a bad situation. For example, I was having dinner alone one night around like 9 o'clock, and I was sitting by myself, and I let my guard down. I'm like, oh, I'm close to my Airbnb. I don't really have to be so uptight and worry about, people who are sitting 2 to 3 seats next to me. So these guys were trying to get my attention. They were speaking to me in Spanish, and I kind of wasn't listening, so I was just like eating my food. But I would say 5 minutes later, one of the guys spoke English. He must have looked it up because it was very broken English, but he was like, turn around so I could see your face. And when he said that in English, I froze. I was like, oh my God, these guys have been trying to talk to me the whole time. I haven't even been listening to an excuse me, a hello, because I just let my guard down. I was just like, I'm just gonna eat this meal. There's no one really that wants to talk to me or is gonna want to, have any questions for me. I'm 2 blocks from my Airbnb, and that was extremely awkward because I just knew by them looking up how to talk to me in English that they were trying to talk to me for a long time. Thanks so much for watching. Despite COVID, all of these historic landmarks will hopefully be open soon to the public. But until then, I hope you enjoyed a day full of adventure on my 28th birthday in Madrid, Spain. Don't forget to subscribe. I have more YouTube content coming weekly. And until next time.